All right, YouTube, as I walk my way to the squat rack, all right, so I can show y'all my squat and deadlift workout. I'm going back to, I'm thinking about going back to using the squat to warm up for the deadlift and vice versa, even though they are two different things. I have my liquid chalk right here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all right? Hit the bell notification. But we want to talk about this. Y'all read the title. I really need to train my hands will retrain my hands to get back to where they used to be. All right, so I'm going to ditch the gloves. All right, with that thing right there, I'm putting that in the next area so people can maybe please not work out next to me. All right, it's a whole bunch of other squat racks right there, so leave me alone. So what I'm doing right here is I'm putting the bar. This is too high. I'm gonna show y'all something, man. See how I'm tiptoeing out? A lot of people set the bar up way too high. All right, so let me show you how I do it, all right? Now, if I was doing high bar squats, I would set it right here, where it's pretty much right there to my shoulder, right? So, but I do low bar squats. So a lot of times, most of the time I do low bar squats. So I put it a little lower, which means the bar is lower on your back, all right? So a lot of times when you see somebody squatting and they got correct form, but they might be leaning forward a little bit, check whether or not they're doing low bar squats. If you're doing low bar squats, it's going to force your body to lean a little bit forward on your squats. So right here is where I put the bar and I power up. You see, my legs are a little bent when I first push the bar up. You do not want to have to tiptoe out, especially if you have heavy weight. Also, I don't start with just the bar when I do squats, even though I'm squatting with just lightweight because I'm warming up with squats for the deadlift. I might not even get to 225, all right? Easy weight. And I'm just focusing on not high reps because I don't want to burn myself out, but I'm focusing on feeling my muscles move. I'm focused on feeling my muscles work, getting them warmed up and lubricated. That don't sound right, but getting them warmed up and lubricated so I can use them better for the deadlift. Now, is this gonna be better or not? In the past, it was. Things change, situations change, life change, your body change, you get old, da 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 da. I'll be 40 this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making sure I'm hitting below parallel. I'm not trying to warm up for a heavy squat. I'm just feeling the feeling, all right, if that makes sense. So this ain't squat day. So I put 10 more pounds on each side. That was 135, so this is 155. And also I'm using the clamps because these bars at this gym, the bars and the weight will slide off easily. You ain't even got to barely be lopsided. It will fall right off. I mean, it's just super slick. It's like some meat falling off a bone that's cooked just right. All right. A lot of times I do a little jumpity jump to warm up, you know what I'm saying, furtherly. I grab the bar like I'm trying to choke somebody out, you know what I'm saying? I get under the bar with power, I power up, and I come down. You know, I get in my stance. Sometimes I use a wider stance. Sometimes I do a narrow stance. Sometimes I point my toes out. People be trying to coach me. I be like, bro, I'm going for the field that I'm going for today. All right. You show me better than you could tell me. I bet you can't. But this is easy weight. I got my Gatorade and my belt on the floor. I do not also right there. You see how the bar just crashed into the left side? That's why I like to even my bar out, man, because these things are so narrow, man. I hate it, especially when lifting heavy weight. You really got to focus on that, all right, because you don't want to drop no weight on yourself. All right, so I put 25 pounds on each side. This is 185. Right now I weigh 175, so this is 10 pounds above my body weight, and I'm playing around for some reason. So easy money. Ain't worried about it. Easy money. Get up under the bar. You want to be tight. A rattlesnake does not strike limp. He tightens up and he springs at you. So you come down in the hole, power up. But I didn't really power up because I'm going with feel. But if I was squatting, I would come up a lot faster than that. And I will come down in a different way too. I'm just warming up the quads, all right? I'm making sure I focus on my quads. A lot of people think that quads doesn't have a lot to do with deadlifts. They think it's just hamstrings. But when you're in the bottom position of a deadlift, what's the most available, usable muscle? Your quads. Because you want to push first before you pull. It's like a push and a pull at the same time. And your body is like opening a book. I'm going to show you when I start deadlifting, all right? This is my last squat set. That was 185 plus 20. So that's 205. That's 205 pounds. Easy money. Not even heavy. Y'all can always tell if I'm lifting heavy or not for me if I got my belt on or not, all right? Just because I'm going slow does not mean it's heavy, you know? I'm just telling you. I mean, watch my squat videos. You know what I'm saying? You'll know. But also, what am I doing right here? My hands, my gloves, I'm going to take my gloves off. I'm going to start deadlifting with no gloves. Let me show you what I'm going to use for alternative. If y'all remember the beginning of the video, y'all will know what I'm talking about. I'm going to use this liquid chalk, but not yet. I'm going to use this belt, but not yet. Later on when it gets heavier, when I need them. I am not using gloves anymore on deadlifts. All right? So I'm going to start toughening up my hands because when I get to my heavier sets, I've been noticing that my hands are losing grip. Even with gloves, and it's just softening up my hands. I'm gonna stop even putting lotion or grease or anything on my palms because I really have to toughen up my hands. If I want a 600-pound deadlift, which I definitely do, I want to toughen up my hands. That was not my deadlift. I was just setting the bar up, all right? So I didn't film my lower sets because this dude was basically twerking in front of me, man. So every time I'm deadlifting, man, people come over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not using my gloves. I'm using chalk, but not yet. I'm at 405 pounds. I didn't film my lighter sets because every time I put more than 3 plates on the bar on each side, somebody got to come over there. These plates are like magnets. Every time you put an extra plate, people get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. Then he finally left because I was mad and cussing and stuff. And my form is terrible. Look. You know what happened? Most of y'all don't know what happened. Look at my right hand. My right hand is kind of to the side too much. So not too bad because that is my supinated hand. I'm going up. Whenever you see my finger like that, that means I'm going up. If you see me do like that, that means I'm going down. So that is 405. But that was my supinated hand. So I could tear myself up. That's what those distractions do, all right? So I'm going with not too hot, not too cold, but I'm going with just right, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, all right? So I use the 25, not the 45, not the 5, all right? So 45 would have been 495. 5 would have been, I'm not doing math on camera, I'm not. All right, easy math, but let me show you. This is 455, and I'm going to use my chalk on this one, all right? 405 was easy. I'm not using my belt. I'm going to throw this liquid chalk on my hand. Let me show you how it look. It look like washing my hand. It look like it ain't do nothing, right? So I'm going to put some more. But it actually did. You got to wait until it dry. I forgot about that. So I put more for no reason. I didn't even need no more. I look at it. Bam. So you got a chalked up hand. And the thing is, it doesn't mess up the bar as much as the big blocky block of chalk. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be chalk all over the place. So 405 or 455 went up pretty easy. My lockout was kind of ugly. I'm going up, all right? That means I'm going up. So 495, all right? I had to shake people out of my head, man. All right, let me tell you, I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. The first time I failed, all right? I was looking, I was being cocky, whatever. There's a guy across the room that was clearly not natural, trying to size me up. He wanted me to fail, so I don't know why I gave him what he wanted. I failed. He was in my head. I was in my own head. 495 is easy money for me. That's why I don't even got my belt on. But look at this. That wasn't because strength. That was because I didn't feel like it was going to come up right. I left it on the floor. So I regrouped, listened to a little music, came back to it, all right? Like I said, if I want 600 pounds, I'm going to need to do two things, man. I need a home gym, but I don't got no room at home. I need to move so I can have a home gym. Look at this. It's not heavy at all. Barely. Easy money. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace one of these 45s with this 45, and I'm going to show you exactly why. All right? This 45 and this 45 are two different things. They're both 45 pounds, but look at the difference. This black one is a lot thinner than this red one. You could tell I am not a good cameraman. But this black one is a lot thinner. So with this, all 5 reds, you can barely fit. You can't fit nothing else on there. So I'm going to use this black one. So just in case I want to go up in weight. So I got a little bit of room. All right. Now, if I use 2 black ones, I got more room. So if I ever want 600 pounds in this gym, I'm going to start having to use more black plates. All right. So I'm a spoiler alert again. Even though it's the same exact weight, I decided not to do it. My hands were hurting, burning, because I usually use gloves when I get past 455. Sometimes I use gloves with 455. So my hands need to get a lot tougher. This ain't because nobody's talking to me this time. My hands need to get a lot tougher if I want to lift more weight. That burnt the heck out of my hands, all right? My hands is on fire right now. But y'all see the physique. Don't be telling me how to do nothing. I don't like that at all. So, look at this. Put your plates away. I left that whole stack of plates on one side and a whole stack of plates on the other side. 5 plates. That's the whole rack of 45s on each side, bro. I lifted that by myself. That's way more than my body weight. But this is what I really wanted to show y'all. The liquid chalk did not mess up the bar.